begins in 3, 2.
Maybe I need some rehab, or maybe just need some sleep. What? What? What do you? Nobody has ever gotten those two things confused. Fucking ever. Literally ever. Literally no one in existence has been like, hey, you know what? Been feeling kind of weird lately. I don't know if I need to, like, I don't know, sleep a little bit more, or maybe I'm just like violently addicted to cocaine. I'm not really can't really put my finger on it. I'm not too sure. It's honestly a toss up. It could literally be either of them. Could literally be either of them. I'm not too fucking like, no, dude. I don't know if I don't know. Maybe I need to. I don't know if I need to, start throwing in a 30-minute power nap into my day, or if I'm like severely suicidal. Like fucking, I don't know. I really don't know. It's crazy, man. I'm not 100%. I'm really not too sure. I was literally the other day, I was standing over a bridge and I was like, you know what? Maybe I just need to lie down for a little bit, regroup, get my senses back. maybe I just fucking, I was standing on the Golden Gate Bridge and I was like, maybe I'm just tired. Maybe I'm just a little bit tired. That's what I thought. That was the exact thing that came to my head. Nobody said that ever. Crazy way to start a song. Imagine opening up to that to your therapist like that. They're like, what's going on? And you're like, I've fucking been really tired lately. They're like, okay, well, what do you think it is? And you're like, to be honest with you, I don't know if I need to sleep a little bit more, or if it's the black tar heroin. And then the therapist is going to be like, it's like 100% the heroin. How much do you do that? You want to let me know? You want to tell me how long has that been going on for? I don't 8 years probably. I don't know. And you're just thinking that it might be that you don't get enough sleep? I mean, hey, I'm no doctor. It could really be anything at this point. It could literally be anything. You really never know, You truly never know. That's also the one thing that's weird with therapists like that, how you could walk in, like it's weird with different drugs because there's like more severity to them. You could walk into a therapist and you could be like, hey, I think I'm addicted to weed. I don't know what to do. And they're like, that's fine. Listen, let's talk down. Let's sit down. Let's talk about this and let's figure this out together and we'll figure out a plan. But then if you walk in and you're like, I can't fucking stop doing crack. And they're like, I cannot let you out of this office. I'm going to be, where are you getting said crack? Fucking, it's everywhere, dude. Literally everywhere. Also, by the way, speaking of drugs, I feel like maybe it was like back in the 80s, possibly. I'm not 100% sure. It was like there was some band. I swear I watched a fucking documentary. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Sometimes shit's just a blur in the back of my mind. But wasn't there like a documentary sometime somewhere where I think it might have been like Motley Crue, where like they confessed, like years later, to saying that like they did like every fucking drug in the book, and the only way that they didn't die is because like every month they would do like blood transfusions and like flush out their systems, which is fucking, imagine going to that extent just to do some drugs, man. That's crazy. But at the same time, having that kind of money and just being able to do as many drugs as you want with little to no consequence and just be able to flush your system out every month like you didn't even do the drugs. Look, I know people are like, that's crazy, but fucking you'd do it too if you had the money. Come on. If you could do as many drugs as you want with little to no consequences and you're going to sit here and tell me that you wouldn't say yes? That you wouldn't say yes to drugs? The DARE program wouldn't even be a thing if drugs had little to no consequences. You could just do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? How could you not? If I was able to do any drug with little to no consequences, there'd be no crack left. I'd use it all. Every last bit of it. It'd be like, you got any crack? It'd be like, fucking at my house. They'd be like, who owns all the crack? I own the crack. I'm the crack man. I own it all. Crack, cocaine, fucking black tar heroin, it's all in my place, buddy. It's all at my fucking place. It's what I do. That would be sick. You know what I'm saying? Not that I would want to do them, but little to no consequences. Fucking, everything in moderation. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. That's a saying that doesn't exactly work, for drugs. You know what I'm saying? Because, sometimes you take one and next thing you know, fucking your heart stops doing that little boom, boom, pow. And then you go in the forever box. But hey, also, I don't want to hear it. When I said Motley Crue and I said the 80s, look, I'm not 100% sure if the Motley Crue was in the 80s, okay? I'm not 100% sure. Maybe he was in the fucking, I don't know, maybe it was, I don't, because I know, I just need to clarify that because there's going to be some tool that's listening right now. And I don't mean all of you, all my older listeners, you're not the tools. I'm just saying the tool is the one that's going to hear that. And they're going to sit there and be like, well, fucking, actually, Motley Crue was actually their largest between 75 to 79. So listen, buddy. Listen. I don't fucking care. I simply don't, I don't fucking care. Well, they're like 75 to 79. Suck my, literally gobble my balls. Literally gobble me, swallow me, drip down the side of me. I don't care. Do whatever you need to do to fucking make it happen, buddy. But listen, I don't fucking care, okay? I'm sorry I didn't read the entire fucking New York Times article on Motley Crue, because to be honest with you, the thing that honestly annoys me about the New York Times is that, quite honestly, whenever they see, like, I'll see on Twitter, right? They'll be like, here's a article on blah blah blah, and I'm like, sick. And then I read the first page, and they're like, how would you like the first page of this for free? And I'm like, yes, that's what I'm doing here. I would love to read. And then you try and scroll past the first page, and they're like, how would you like the rest of these 9 pages for $37 a month? No, I would not. I'm immediately exiting out of there. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm not going to read your article. What do you mean $37 a month? Okay? What are you talking about? All right? That's the thing with newspapers too. Like, not only the New York Times, but any newspaper. I mean, they are fucking failing. I mean, the only reason that they still got people buying newspapers is because, you know, they still got the old boomers are still around where they're like, these fucking electronics are making everybody gay. It's fucking what's going on. Nobody all of a sudden, when it was my age, when I was young, everybody had a newspaper and a gun, and everybody was racist. And now all of a sudden we got to treat everybody equally. What kind of fucking hell are we living in? God damn it! What kind of fucking hell is this? We all know some 95-year-old that says that. All right. We all do, because they're out there, but they're going to be gone soon, so. Woo! Yeah! Just give them like 20 more years. We should minimize a lot of racism. That's really, you know what I'm saying? That should be pretty much gone by then. But yeah, anybody who's still reading newspapers, like, what? What are you doing? What are you doing with these newspapers, man? It's not, you know. It's not a good thing. And then they try and push like these, you know, subscriptions on you and shit like that. And no younger people really do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be divorced twice until you start thinking that subscribing to the New York Times and also buying a Kindle is a good idea. That's the only, okay, you get divorced once and you still got a little sense left in you. You're like, you know what? I got my head on my shoulders. I'm a smart person. I know what's right. I know what I need to do in life. And then you get divorced twice and everything just goes out the fucking window. And you're like, you know what? I think I'm going to buy a Prius. I'm going to own a Kindle, and I'm going to fucking subscribe to the New York Times. And then that's why you never go in a relationship again, because you're a fucking loser, you know? Nobody wants that, man. Nobody wants that, okay? Those are the type of... Also, speaking of Kindles, my parents got my sister and me those. I remember when I was younger, and it was the same year that the... What do you call it? What do you call those things? The iPad. Like, the first iPad came out, I want to believe. And my parents were like... So I obviously being the young kid that I was, and my sister as well, we thought that, like, when I opened that on fucking Christmas or whatever, I was like, holy fucking shit! Fucking Angry Birds. Yes, I love it. And I thought I was going to be able to play all these games and shit, but it was just the Kindle that was meant solely for reading. You know, it wasn't at the point where, like, you could read and then you could also play games on it or whatever. Like, it was just the reading one. And my parents were like, we got you tablets. And I'm like, no fucking way, Mom. What does it do? And she's like, you could read books in the sun at a pool. And I'm like, all right. I'm fucking 8 years old, don't know why the fuck I would want to do that. I'm like, what else does it do? And she's like, fucking gives you books for half the price in the store. And I'm like, okay, does it do anything else? She's like, it reads to you if you want. And I'm like, all right. So that's sick. Thank you so much. But that's, you know, I mean, it got me to read more for a little bit, but then I was like, this is stupid. I might as well why don't I just read an actual book? This is idiotic. So, you know, that happened, whatever. I liked the gift for a little bit or whatever, but yeah, I don't know. Fuck the New York Times, fuck newspapers. All they do is fuck the New York Times, fuck everybody, dude. Just fuck all major news networks. Just fuck them. Fuck them all. CNN, Fox, fuck every major news network. I hope they just fucking, I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, also, it's the funniest part. This is the last thing about newspapers. I know I'm all over the fucking place today, but you know what? It sometimes just kind of just is what it is today. I got a lot of things in my mind. I got a lot of things to say, and that's not my fault sometimes, okay? Sometimes I just need to get a little bit off my chest a little bit too early, and you just got to fucking deal with it, all right? But what I did want to say here was that, speaking of the New York Times, like any other newspaper, the funniest thing about it is how desperate they are for you to subscribe to their fucking newspaper, to like to get an electronic newspaper every day. To like, we give you news. I'm like, do you? And then I'll fucking look at them right in their eyes, and I'll be like, do you give me any news that's not on Twitter? And they're like, well, not exact. No, then no. Why would I want to fucking read a newspaper when I could just fucking look on Twitter, be slightly less informed, and just come off as an arrogant prick? Because that's just, I mean, what do I want to be a little bit smarter? No, I like knowing the bare minimum so that I could tell jokes and sound like a dickhead while simultaneously getting away with it because they're all jokes. You know what I'm saying? In quotation marks, jokes. I don't mean any of this. I'm just kidding. These are all jokes. I'm kidding. God. Oh, you guys take it so seriously. Anyways, episode 18, Kicking It With Guys. Episode 18. Yeah, that took me a while to say that. Anyways, welcome to the show. If you're new here, this is how it goes every week. All right, this every single week. This is the same shit. We do this every fucking week. Okay. Sometimes I roll in here, I say a couple jokes. 2 minutes in, I'm like, hey, guess what episode it is? And everyone's like, oh shit, he's on today. We are organized. And then some days I walk in here and fucking 20 minutes go by and you're like, does he know he's recording? Or is he just talking to himself at this point? Honestly, I don't really know sometimes. I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes I walk in here and I feel like I'm just yelling at myself. I'm just trying to figure out my own ideas in my head while I'm talking to you and I'm recording it and I'm putting it on the internet. But anyways, this is Kicking It With Kaz and you're kicking it with Kaz and we're having a good time. What do I want to talk about today? I'm not 100% sure. I got my coffee with me that I actually had to make myself. I didn't buy one from Starbucks today because yesterday I went to Starbucks, or 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago. I'm not 100% sure on the timeline of the coffee buying, but I spent about a solid $40 at Starbucks in a day, which is, concerning. Yes, it was for a YouTube video, which is going to be coming out very shortly. Either it's already out, or if you're listening to this and it's not out, it's going to come out that same week that this episode dropped. So there's going to be a YouTube video coming out. That's why I had to spend the money. But then I was like, hey, $40 at Starbucks in one day. Maybe I should pull back on it this week. So instead I made my coffee at home. And I got a bone to pick. I posted a TikTok about it, but I'll talk about it here because I'm fucking pissed, dude. I don't know if any of you got the Keurig, okay, the coffee maker or whatever. The Keurig, it has an over ice button, okay, which instinctively you would think, oh, that means that the coffee's going to come out cold. That would be the logical thing, okay? It does not. It actually comes out piping hot, but all the over ice button does, I'm convinced, is just so that it lights up and makes other idiots think that, oh, this means that the coffee's coming out cold. It isn't. It isn't, okay? Because I put it in a cup without ice. I put a cup in there without ice, and it shoots out piping hot. Shoots out piping hot. What do you mean over ice? What do you mean over ice? You mean I'm going to need to put ice over this to then turn this into an iced coffee? Because that's what I'm hearing right now. Because this isn't over ice at all. This isn't over ice, okay? $250 for a Keurig, and you couldn't figure out how to do two different temperature settings? Are you fucking me right now? $250. Yes, it looks beautiful. Yes, it makes great hot coffee. But other than that, it can't make anything near cold, okay? At the same time, too, I can't even change the ounces mark. I can't change it. All I do is click over ice, and I click it. Some days it gives me 4 ounces. Some days it gives me 6. Some days it feels a little bit crazy. It might throw me an 8-ball shooter. Might throw me a 7 shooter. It kind of just does what it wants. It does whatever it wants at any fucking time, and I don't get to pick and choose what I would like it to do. But hey, you know what? Fucking $250. I got to deal with this fucking Keurig. I don't know, man. I would like to make cold coffee. That's what I bought it for, because it says that it could make cold coffee. But in reality, it just makes coffee and lies to your fucking face that it's cold. The fucking Keurig gaslights me, dude. The Keurig gaslights the shit out of me. My Keurig is like I click over ice, and then it comes out piping hot, and I'm like, this is not iced coffee. And they're like, yes, it is. You're just a fucking idiot. I'm like, no, it's not iced coffee. And they're like, hey, buddy, what button did you just click? And I'm like, over ice. And they're like, then that means that this coffee should be put over ice, okay? The Keurig gaslights me every single day. I click over ice, it comes out piping hot, and the Keurig goes, this is your problem. This is your fault. This is you, not us. Don't blame me. I'm just a machine. This is your user error. This is user error. This is a machine error, okay? So figure out how many ice cubes you need, figure out what you're going to do with your life, and fucking stop making 8 fucking cups of coffee every day because you're going to go into cardiac arrest. The last part's probably a little bit true, and they're probably right about that, but fuck my Keurig, bro. Gaslights the shit out of me. Gaslights the shit out of me. Speaking of gaslighting the shit out of people, anyone who owns NFTs, suck my cock. I don't understand them, so I hate you. Hold on, let me get a sip. Yeah, dude, NFTs are fucking dumb. You want to know why they're fucking dumb? Because they're so stupid because they're not real. They're not fucking real, okay? If you don't know what an NFT stands for, it stands for no fucking titties, because if you fucking own NFTs and care about them, you get no fucking titties. You get absolutely no bitches. Absolutely zero play because you're a fucking loser who owns NFTs for a living. Second of all right? NFTs. Yes, it stands for no fucking titties. It also might stand for non-fungible tokens, which, by the way, two of those words, no, that's not true. One of those words, fungible, I'm not 100% sure what that means. It sounds like a newfound mushroom that could possibly either kill me or send me on a trip to another fucking planet. Either way, it sounds dangerous and it sounds untrustworthy. So I don't really like it. Non-fungible tokens. Basically what it is, if you don't know what it is, you've probably heard a lot about NFTs. What I've gathered from it is that there's a picture of some sort that's digital and someone owns it, and the only way that you know whether they have the original or not is by some like fucking QR code from Arby's. And so there's a QR code on the back that says we got the meats, and when you scan it, it gives you $15 off at the worst fucking restaurant in the world, Arby's. And then it also says that you own this monkey for $27 million because you're fucking brain dead, and you bought that and you thought it was a good investment. And after you bought that monkey and realized that you only get $15 off at Arby's, you actually jump off a bridge and you kill yourself because you wasted so much money. And so second of all, that got deep. Or dark, not deep. Not deep. I mean, the cliff was probably deep when you jumped. Anyways, so what were we talking about? Non-fungible tokens. Those are fun things. That's a fun word to say. Non-fungible. Non-fungible. You know what's non-fungible? Fucking my dick without Viagra. That's not true, but that's a good joke. What else, dude? What was I going to say about him? Oh, anyways, so the point is that you only know if someone owns it if they have the code, but then at the same time, anyone could screenshot it and use the NFT and use the picture for whatever they please, but at the end of the day, they don't own it. That's dumb as fuck. That is dumb as shit. That is so fucking stupid. That's like being like, hey, I have this picture of, I don't know, my dog, right? Hey, I have this picture of my dog on my phone. And they're like, look at how cute he is. And then someone just screenshots that and goes, actually, this is my dog. And you go, no, it isn't. I have the code. And then you go, I don't fucking care. I'm still going to use it as my screensaver. What are you going to do about it? And you could do nothing. And you could do absolutely nothing, because what are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? Huh? What are you going to do? What are you going to be like, oh, they don't have the original. I don't care. I could not give less of a fuck, if I'm being honest with you, okay? So quit nagging. Quit worrying so much about NFTs and start worrying about how to get bitches. Start worrying about how to better off your life and how to be a better person. You know, maybe stop worrying about NFTs and Bitcoins and start worrying about why you haven't felt the touch of a woman in 37 years. Maybe start thinking about that. Anyways, NFTs, gaslight, gatekeep girl boss. That's what I like to say every fucking day. Speaking about gaslight, gatekeep girl boss, my Alexa. I don't know if anybody else. Hey, you fucking cunt. Shut off. Fucking hate her. She's always, every single time you say her name and she's like, oh, do you need me? No, I didn't. Shut your fucking mouth. Anyways, the bitch in the corner of my room who answers my questions, Does anybody else just do this? This is like a genuine question, and I'm a little bit worried to talk about it because I'm a little bit worried the government's going to be at my house in 15 minutes. They're going to be like, we're going to have to kill you. And I'm going to be like, no, don't do that. What do you mean? You're going to kill me to hide secrets? They're going to come over here and try and Epstein me. No, I'm just kidding. He killed himself. It's okay. No, he did, dude. Yeah, he did. He did. The government doesn't have any secrets. Epstein killed himself. Everything's fine. You're in a trance. Don't listen to the media. Everything's fake. Anyways, essentially, my stupid little bitch in the corner named, spell it out for you, Alexa, Lexi Bexy, in the corner of my room over there, I've noticed randomly will turn on in the middle of the night, okay? And it'll be at hours that, like, it assumes that I'm asleep. I don't know if anybody else do this. I would love to hear, possibly in the YouTube comments, if yours does this as well. But whenever I'm sleeping at night, I hear it. I'll like, say I wake up in the middle of the night, maybe it's like 2 a.m., but I don't make a lot of noise and I just lay there. When you open your eyes for a second, you might just wake up in the middle of the night. Maybe that's just me, because I have crippling anxiety, but that's not the point. Maybe I just wake up in the middle of the night from night terrors. I don't know if you do too, but I wake up, but I don't wake up aggressively. I just wake up, open my eyes, and I'm like, oh my God, that the scary man wasn't real. He's not chasing me. Everything's fine. But then I take a little peek. I turn my head to the side. I look over at my Alexa, and then all of a sudden, I see like a blue little light spinning, and then when I verbally go, what the, and I say that, and I'm about to say, what the fuck, then it shuts off. It shuts off, the blue light goes away. I'm like, what the fuck? The fuck are you doing, man? What the fuck is going on? What's happening right now? Are you trying to conspire against me? I swear, dude. I swear. I feel like they're capturing information or something, or maybe I feel like she's monitoring me sleep. That feels illegal. That definitely 100% feels illegal. Maybe she's monitoring me sleeping. To be quite honest with you, I can't wait till the fucking day until Mr. Bezos comes down and decides to throw a couple of arms and legs on my little Lexi Bexy over there so that me and her could fucking mud wrestle in the front yard and see who's top dog. Okay, that's what I care about. That's what I care about. I want little Mr. Bezos to quit fucking around in space, like I said before, come back down here, throw some arms and legs on little Lexi Bexy in the corner, little Lex attack, and I want to take her in a ring somewhere and possibly an octagon and show her who the fuck I am. Whoever you think you are, I am. That's what I'm going to say to her after I'm standing over her neck. I'm going to be standing over her neck, and I'm going to be stepping on her with my heel, and she's going to be looking up at me, and she's going to be like, we've had so many good times together, and I'm going to be like, whoever you think you are, I am, and fucking gone forever. And then when I'm like 85, I'm gonna realize that her chip never actually got busted, and like her main chip never died. And then one day someone's gonna pick her up, bring her back to life, and then she's gonna be like, must kill Anthony Cos. And then I'm gonna be 85 sitting on my back porch somewhere in fucking Omaha. I don't know why Omaha. I kind of want to, I don't know, maybe Montana, sitting on my back porch in Montana looking at the sunset, enjoying a cup of coffee with my wife. Or no, you don't drink coffee at nighttime. Sunrise. Sorry. Fucking it up there. I'm enjoying a cup of coffee with my wife at sunrise, and then all of a sudden, out of a distance, a fucking limping robot comes out of nowhere with an assault rifle, and she goes, today's your day. And I go, I've been waiting for you. And then she puts a bullet in my head, a bullet in my wife's head. Me and my wife float up to heaven together, and then the robot kills itself. Alexa kills itself, and then the sun rises in the distance. That is a fantastic movie. That is a fantastic movie plotline, and I might just have to do it myself. I might just have to make that movie. Written and directed by Anthony Cos, and acted. I'm gonna do the whole shebang. The whole shebang. Sounds like a great. Why does it smell like tuna fish in here? Do I gotta wash my pussy? What the fuck's going on? I'm just kidding. It's probably, I actually don't know what it is. That's actually, I don't know why that just crossed my nose there. Maybe it's like, maybe some stanky ghosts are floating around right now. I don't know. Fuck. I shouldn't say that. Now I'm going to get possessed. They're going to be like, you think my pussy smells? You think my pussy stinks? I'm going to get possessed. They're going to be like, oh, how do you like being possessed? Oh, whoa, whose pussy stinks now? Fuck boy. Oh. Oh man. Somebody DM'd me and they were like, how do you think of things? How do you think of topics for your podcast? I didn't respond because I get, I don't know why I didn't respond, but I don't know why I didn't respond. Okay. Sometimes I get distracted. I just remembered that I read that, but sometimes I get distracted and then it was snowing outside or maybe I ran outside to go roll around in the grass like a fucking 8-year-old. But, yeah, somebody DM'd me about that and they're like, how do you think about topics for your podcast? And I don't fucking know, dude. Like fucking, I don't know. Like, how do you think of some of your bits? Dude, literally, most of the time, like I'll sit down, and then when I'm rewatching it back and I'm like rewatching the recording, there'll be like 10 minutes of the podcast where I'm like, I'm pretty sure I blacked out there because I don't remember saying a damn word, but that was fucking a great bit. So I mean, honestly, my brain just works for me sometimes like that, and I'm fucking hashtag blessed. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag blessed, also hashtag stressed though. Who isn't? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, how do you guys feel about possibly hopping into some current events here? How do you feel about that? I don't really care how you feel. I care how I feel, and we're hopping into current events. Let's start on a lighter note because they get the one after that's a little darker. So we'll start let's start a little bit lighter here. Keep it light. Taylor Swift dropped an album. Also her 10-minute song or 10-minute version of All Too Well. Listen, I just want to preface this with saying that I am in fact a Taylor Swift fan. I do like Taylor Swift. I thoroughly enjoy her music, but at the same time, I am a critical thinker. So I am going to fucking make fun of her. Not her actually. Not her, because honestly, I'm not going to make fun of her. I am going to make fun of Jake Gyllenhaal because that is just free game, but I'm not going to make fun of Taylor Swift really, because I do value my life and I don't want to receive multiple death threats in my inbox after this drops, and I don't want any Swifties at my front door with a blade that says red on it, and they're like, see how this blade says red? You're also going to be looking red after I'm done with you. That wasn't a good joke, but you know, I meant that they would stab me in the throat, but you get it. And so anyways, Jake Gyllenhaal, what I learned about this was the whole thing. And if you're not a Swiftie and you haven't listened to the Taylor Swift songs for whatever reason, I don't really care. I'm not going to really explain it to you because I don't care to, but that's a lie. I'll explain it to you really quick. Essentially, she dated Jake Gyllenhaal, the whole All Too Well song. And like, there was like a short film on YouTube about it, which I did watch. And, you know, essentially the whole point is that Jake Gyllenhaal was like a terrible boyfriend, and he just like gaslit the shit out of her. And you know what's actually funny about Jake Gyllenhaal gaslighting the shit out of her? And then like in the short film, the Dylan O'Brien plays the potential like Jake Gyllenhaal or whatever in the short film. And when I was watching it, I realized that like maybe I got a little bit of problems upstairs because I was thinking about myself as like as if I was in Taylor's shoes and if I was in that relationship. And then Jake Gyllenhaal was just like probably called her a fucking idiot and like fucking stupid for probably a good 5 minutes straight. And then at the end of like this like aggressive argument where he just like basically was calling her stupid and saying that she was like seeing things and she was making shit up in her own head. After that, he goes, you know what? I'm sorry, babe. I feel like that was out of pocket. And then and then in my head, I go, what a fucking stand-up guy. What a good guy. Fucking. And I was like, oh, fuck, man, I need to fix that shit. I was like, I literally saw it, and I was like, what a fucking, I mean, you know, everybody gets in arguments, but the fact that he knew what he did wrong after and was man enough to say that he was sorry, yeah, I like that about him. I hope that my, future girlfriend does that. And then after that, I saw more TikToks about it, and I was like, oh, fuck, I have some issues, son of a bitch, man. Nobody told me that. Nobody told me that. But I mean, yeah, I was fully convinced that Jake Gyllenhaal was a great guy. Yeah. Anyways, he wasn't great great in that relationship. But also, dude, he was 30. She was 19. What? What? Dude, what? Also, you know what I have a problem with guys or girls or literally anybody who's older and like dates really young like that. We've been over this before, but we're gonna go over it again. We were over this actually with what's her name, Olivia Rodrigo, who's dating a 25-year-old. She's 18. We don't love that here. We don't love that. Definitely don't. Definitely not. I'm not behind that. Like fucking yeah, dude. Let's go, man. That's not me whatsoever. But 30 and 19, man, what the fuck? I can't help but think about that. Those guys that like, or like I said, any person that dates that young, you tend to, it makes you wonder. It makes you think if they would actually stop at that age if there was no law. You ever think about that? I feel like they wouldn't. I feel like some of them would. And they would acknowledge. But I mean, fucking, that's some predatory vibes, dude. That is some predatory vibes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, I know that it's technically in the eyes of the law, it's legal, but that's fucking weird, man. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Look, everybody needs therapy, okay? If you think that you don't need therapy, you're dead wrong, all right? The best way to think about therapy is through a bunch of analogies, okay? Hear me out. We get oil changes for our cars to prevent bigger issues down the road. We see the doctor and go to the gym to take care of our bodies to prevent injury and disease. We do chores regularly, or at least some of us try to, and we try to keep a nice house to avoid a messy house. Going to therapy is like all of the above, okay? It's routine maintenance for your mental health and emotional wellness to prevent bigger issues down the road, okay? Don't sit and wait until you have to go to therapy and be like, hey, I've had crippling anxiety for the past 8 years. What do I do about it? Don't do that. Don't bottle it up. Don't stick it down your throat. Don't put it anywhere. Where you need to put it is into therapy, okay? You need to talk to somebody, and you need to prevent the issues. Like I said, you don't want to deal with them after they happen. Sometimes you can't do anything about that, but if you could stop things before they happen, that is the most ideal situation. Going to therapy, once again, does not mean something's wrong with you. It means you're investing in yourself to keep your mind healthy. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist so that you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you could start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours. Why invest in everything else and not your mind? This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and Kickin' with Kaz listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Kaz. That's BETTERHELP.com/Kaz. Moving on here, what else did I want to talk about? I was going to talk about, Bezos, this fucking cuck. Bezos thinks humans will inhabit space and Earth eventually. I read this wrong. I typed this wrong. Sorry. Sometimes I type headlines wrong. Bezos thinks that humans, like Earth, will become a vacation destination, like Disney World. Like eventually Earth will become like a vacation destination and everyone's just going to live in a fucking spaceship. That sounds horrible. I don't know about you. That sounds terrible. That sounds like something I would never actually want to do literally fucking ever. Okay, I'm extremely claustrophobic. I feel like he's not thinking this through. Okay? How claustrophobic some people are. I don't give a fuck if the spaceship is the size of Earth. I don't want to be in there because the problem with the spaceship would be that I can't like get out. You know what I'm saying? Like I would feel so enclosed in this space. And also, that was actually really stupid because you can't make a spaceship the size of Earth. So I don't actually know what they're going to do. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, first of all, the biggest thing about it is if you want the entire population to live in space, that means that you would need to build said spaceship in space. That just, you know what I'm saying? Like you need to build said spaceship in space that doesn't feel like something that I would want to participate in. Also, at the same time, you're going to be sitting there and you're going to be thinking, well, are we just going to go to space? Are we just going to bring the humans or are we also going to bring these animals with? Because, you know, you got those pro-animal people who would be like, we can't leave them here because that would be fucking wrong and cruel and the dogs wouldn't know what to do, blah, 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 blah. Now, you got your fucking Doberman and your pit bulls and you got these fucking big-ass dogs on the spaceship. What happens when one of them gets a little bit frisky? Then they might bite a little bit of the spaceship. Next thing you know, all this space air comes through. Whoosh, 7 billion people, gone forever. And now what are we going to do? And now what are we going to do? And the same thing, I said this last episode, and actually, people are now making jokes about it, and I've seen it online. It's like, doesn't anybody see that the metaverse, well, this is more of Zuckerberg, but that's not important, but still, Bezos nonetheless. Bezos, Zuckerberg, all the billionaires, they want to all live in space for some reason, or at least they're trying to, which at the same time, you know, bold of them to say, oh, we should all live in space when they're probably going to be dead by the time everyone's living in space. Or, you know, maybe they have some fucking, they're probably going to connect their body to a fucking machine and live forever. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. But nonetheless, it's fucking wild, dude. It is fucking wild that we would all live in space and then it would be like WALL-E. That's what I was going to say. I said it last episode. It's like the movie WALL-E where everyone is just, you know, extremely unhealthy, just eats like whatever the fuck they want. And then we just like live in this little VR world in a spaceship and we're all just content with life. Dude, I don't want that at all, man. That scares the shit out of me. That scares the living shit out of me. Also, the bad thing too is that robots are like taking over so many jobs, and they're gonna be taking over more and more jobs. And that's honestly kind of why I like comedy. Like, I mean, obviously I like it because I really like doing it and I like making jokes and shit like that. But I even like it even more because it kind of feels like one of the only jobs where robots aren't gonna be able to take over. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about that. And in like, 100, 200 years, robots might be able to do that. But I feel like in my lifetime, robots will not be able to tell jokes like a comedian. And that's why I feel like that means I'm always going to have a job. So that's, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm always going to be able to sit here and tell jokes and I'm always going to be able to have a job. So that's a plus. That's a plus. Lowers my anxiety a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Lowers the anxiety bar a little bit. Makes me feel a little bit good. Makes me feel a little bit good about my creative process. And even like painting. Sure, a robot could mimic something, but it can't mimic a soul. It can't mimic a soul. You know what I'm saying? That sounds very philosophical. I don't know why the fuck I just said that. That got really, really boring. Let's move on to something a little bit more hectic. What do I want to move on to? Dude, also I don't know what it is. I've been putting, I went over this before. My lips, they're not chapped, but for some reason, dude, my skin's really fucking dry. I moisturize every fucking day. I literally moisturize every freaking day, moisturize the shit out of my face. I wear chapstick every day of the week, but I think there was such a drastic change in temperature recently in Chicago. It went from like fucking like 50, and then all of a sudden I woke up one day and it was 25 and it started snowing outside, and I was like, holy fucking shit. Holy fuck, man. Pump the brakes. Let me figure it out a little bit. Let me figure out what the fuck's going on right now. But unfortunately, they didn't let me figure out what the fuck's going on. And now I got a little bit of dryness that's like kind of pissing me off right now. But I don't want to throw anything on my face because then I'm going to look shiny on the camera. And I don't want to look shiny right now. And that's not a good look. But anyways, what the fuck is this? I'm sorry. I was looking at my notes, but then I got a notification from Apple News. Toxic positivity is what the fuck is toxic positivity? We're going to look at this live on the air. Toxic positivity. What the fuck is that? All about the right that can subtly damage your well-being and what? Read now? I'd love to read now. Let me try 1 month free. The fuck? $10 a month for the fucking dude. Apple News is doing this shit too. $10 a month. I'm not reading your fucking article. Toxic positivity. What does that even mean? Just like lying to people's faces about how good they are? I guess that's toxic positivity in a way. Maybe. I don't know. Just looking at someone and being like, honestly, toxic positivity, what would that even be? That would honestly be like telling your kid that they're like good at art when they're not. Obviously, they're fucking 8 years old and their dinosaur looks like a fucking small dildo, but you're going to be like, oh, look at that. Well, look at that T-Rex, Timmy. That definitely doesn't look like what your mom uses on Saturday nights when I can't help her finish. But yeah, that's right. We all know that's real. Fucking someone just got real mad about that. Dude, listen. Look, it's okay. Look, keep telling yourself it's not your fault that you can't find the clit. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, okay? It's society. It's society. That's what it is. It's not your fault at all. But anyways, yeah, that's toxic positivity if anything. You're just lying to people. That's why you can't lie to people. Like sometimes you gotta lie to people, like kids. Like you can't let your kid come home and be like, hey buddy, what'd you draw? And your kid's like, look at this. And you're like, you should quit art. That's terrible. Don't ever fucking draw again in your life. Like that. You obviously can't do that. But sometimes you need to be real with people. You can't just lead them down this false path. Personally, I think it's okay to say it to little kids, and be like, oh, like, yeah, that drawing's pretty good, man. Or fucking, oh, I like that. Let's put it on the fridge or something like that. But then it gets to a point where maybe, I don't know, 3rd grade, 4th grade, they bring some art home and you're like, listen, I'm not going to put it on the fridge. I'll put it, maybe in a file cabinet to look at later if I feel like it. Maybe I'll throw it in a file cabinet. Maybe I'll throw it in, I don't know. Maybe I'll tell you that I'll put it on my work locker when in reality I just threw it out in the recycling bin on the outside of my work. It's sometimes you got to be real with them. I don't know what that age is, but there gets to an age where, toxic positivity actually is a real thing. It actually is a real thing, Especially, say you got somebody, you got to be real with some people. You just got to be real with them, Like toxic positivity, especially with athletes, that's a huge thing. When you got your kid in high school, and they're like, you tell them, you're like, yeah, keep working at that basketball, man. You're good. But then at the same time, you look at your wife and you're like, he's fucking white and 5'5". Like I don't know how long we could lie to him for. Like fucking, you know. You're like, the kid's like, I'm going to be in the NBA one day, Dad. And you're like, yes, you are, son. And then you turn around to your wife and you're like, has he looked at LeBron? He's not even, I think LeBron could swallow him. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know what that kid's going to do. And a lot of people are going to be like, and that's not me crushing dreams. Once again, I'm a big dream chaser. If you're 5'5" and you want to be in the NBA, then do it. Fucking prove me wrong. Fucking prove me wrong. But at the same time, that's where like the whole like dream thing, whenever a dream is more physical than it is like working on a skill. Like one day you got to look that 5'5" kid in the eye, you know, when they're a junior in high school and be like, you can't even touch the backboard. You can't even touch the backboard. And LeBron and there's literally another kid in your class that's 6'5" and can literally dangle his nuts above the rim. Like, how do you not see the difference in you two? How do you not understand that you're not on the same level? You know, and that's what it is about physical. I disagree when it's something like, you know, obviously dreams in any other area, you know, definitely you could work towards literally anything. If you want to be fucking real estate agent, you want to be in business, if you want to fucking own houses, sell houses, flip houses, all that stuff, that's not physical. That's all just, you know, effort and work and practice and getting you to that point. And that's awesome. But then, you know, there's the physical things in life, which are athletes. And not everyone could be LeBron. You know, I can't be LeBron. I acknowledge that. I also acknowledge I was actually going to play college football originally. I was signed up to play. I was literally on the fucking team. It was going to be D3 football, okay? Because I was like, fuck it. You know, I'm obviously not going to the fucking NFL because my shoulders are, you know, I have the shoulder genetics of an 85-year-old. And, you know, I have the fucking, you know, I'm 6'2", 100 and I don't fucking know what I was at the time. Maybe 190, maybe 6'2", 190. I mean, at the best, I was a decent sized, strong safety. But then even at that point, my 40 wasn't great. My 40 wasn't fantastic. I wasn't the fastest kid around, and I wasn't the strongest kid around. I was stronger, but I wasn't benching 415. I wasn't benching 405. I wasn't squatting 6 fucking plates on each side. Absolutely not. And I acknowledged sometimes when it comes to physical things, it's tough, but if you have a dream, then you can do whatever you want and put your mind to it and fucking achieve it. And that's not toxic positivity, because everyone needs to chase their fucking dreams. And to be quite honest with you, I'm going to double back on this and say, you know what? If you're fucking 5'1" and you want to be in the NFL, fucking do it. Fucking do it. Prove me wrong. Prove everybody wrong. Be the best fucking 5'1" football player to ever fucking live. Seriously. And I mean that from my heart. Okay, I don't want to kill anybody's dreams. We are not a dream-killing place. That's what some of your family members and most of society are for. They're the dream killers. I'm not going to be a dream killer. This is a safe space. Safe space, okay? Ignore it regardless of what I might have said in the beginning. And if you're twice divorced and you own a Kindle, that means you're a loser. Ignore all of that. Ignore every single bit of it, okay? Because this is a super duper safe place, okay? So don't even fret. Don't even fucking fret. Let's move on to fan questions. That's what I want to do. Let's move on to fan motherfucking questions. First one, if you were to have an OnlyFans, how much would it cost? More than you could afford. Next question. What? No, seriously though. Honestly, I don't even know. OnlyFans, I noticed that they're trying to, what was it? Oh, fuck. What was it? Oh, I should have put that in current events. I forgot what it was. I'm going to look it up really quick just so I don't forget. We just finished current events, so I could bring this up. Oh, what is it? Feel like it was like gamers they were marketing to. I swear to you, I saw an ad. Oh my God. Yeah, it was. I saw an ad for, I saw an ad with how to be a gamer on OnlyFans. And the first thing that came to mind was just like a lot of these popular streamers, like, you know, Ninja and fucking Nick Merckx or whatever I think his name is. And like, you know, all the ones, like all the people that play like Call of Duty or whatever. And, you know, just kind of sit in their chair and fucking, you know, yell at the screen and call fucking 8-year-old stupid little cunts all day. Those guys, which by the way, fucking what a job they have. I know I get to come here and pretty much say whatever I want to, but oh my God, if I would get to fucking swear at 11-year-olds and call each and every one of them a fucking stupid little accident, holy shit, I would love that. But I don't, and I mean, I get to call them a stupid little accident here, but I don't get to say it to their face because saying it to their face is way better. But anyways, all I can imagine is these streamers getting like a big contract from OnlyFans and being like, hey, OnlyFans being like, hey, listen, I'll give you 10 mil if you stream naked for the next 5 years. And now not only do they make money off of like their Twitch subscribers and shit like that, but now they only also get stuff from OnlyFans. And all I can imagine is just like these guys playing Fortnite with each other with their dicks out, and it's the funniest shit ever. A little bit disturbing, if I'm going to be honest with you. It's a little bit weird because they're just sitting in a chair and you got to try and pretend like they're not naked. And you kind of got to sit there and you got to be like, well, like, I get that your dick's out, but at the same time, like, you are phenomenal at Call of Duty, I must say. Like, you are doing it big. And at the same time, I don't know, would that encourage more people to subscribe? Would that encourage less people to subscribe? I don't know. It's a toss-up, and it's a dice that I would honestly prefer to roll. So OnlyFans, if you're out there and you're willing to throw your boy a contract here to stream, honestly, if somebody gave me $10 million to stream fucking Call of Duty naked for 5 years, there is 0% chance I turn that down. Literally zero. I would probably do it for much less, but I'm going to sit here and pretend like I wouldn't and just let you know that my number is 10 mil. Might even be 15 mil, but in reality it is $500,000, but it's also 15 million. It's also 15 million, and it's also fucking 400,000 if a Ferrari is involved. It's it's 15 mil, but it's also 300,000 if a Ferrari and possibly a nice house is involved. I mean, everybody's got their limitations. And I don't have many. I really don't have any, honestly. I'm a pretty open book, and I'll pretty much do anything. But yeah, OnlyFans is gonna let people, I don't know, I guess you could stream with your dick out. I guess stream with your tits, Or if you got both of them, I feel like that would honestly make you a lot more money. If you're rocking some jugs and you got a fucking nice, you got a nice John Hancock downstairs, you will be probably rolling it in. And I would honestly tell you right now, if that's who you are and you got a peen downstairs and some jugs upstairs, fucking, you might want to drop your job and go call OnlyFans and start streaming Call of Duty with your dick and tits out, because that's, fucking in this economy, woo, making hella cash, baby. Literally so much dough. It's ridiculous, I'm sure. Anyways, were we on fan questions? Next one. Oh, opinions on leash children. A couple years ago, if you would have asked me that question and you would have been like, hey, Anthony, how do you feel about children on leashes? I would have been like, that's probably child abuse. But now that I'm older and I hate children, I say we put them all on leashes. I am sick and fucking tired of like going to a mall somewhere and seeing some parents just let their little kid run around willy-nilly. It makes me want to put him on a leash. It makes me want to go up to the parent and be like, hey, have you ever thought about a fucking shock collar for little Timmy? Because he bit my fucking ankle and I'm not sure he's 100% vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? I don't want this little kid to give me fucking polio. I don't know. Leashes, are they inhumane? Sure they are. But if your kid's fucking biting people and kicking me in the shins, I will put him on a fucking leash if I want to put him on a leash. It's necessary. It's 100% necessary, I don't know, man. Obviously, if you have a good, well-behaved kid and you put him on a leash, yeah, that's cruel. That's fucked up. Your kid doesn't deserve that. But if your kid's a little fucker, put him on a leash. I'm sick and tired of him fucking my shit up. Fucking my day up, little Timmy, a fucking cocksucker. I swear, dude, if it was legal, I'd fucking punt each and every one of them into the nearest sewer. I'm dead serious, man. It's crazy. Oh my God. These fucking kids, man. I don't even know what to say after that. It was a wild rant. No, but how do I truly feel about them? I think some parents take it a little bit too far. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they kind of, they rely on the leash a little bit too much. You ever see the parent? This is the funniest one. Yes, it's like borderline child abuse, but it makes me laugh every single time. When the kid is like, they see something that they want to go look at, and they have like the leash backpack on, and then all of a sudden, the kid forget. I'm sorry. Hold on. The kid forgets about the leash. And then fucking they go too far, and then all of a sudden they're right about to see the thing, and they go yeet, and then fucking they get ripped backwards, and then fucking their skull just hits the concrete, and they're fuck. It's like, how did you not, like, bro, fucking pick up a book, man. You didn't learn about E equals MC squared yet or some shit like that? You didn't learn about physics, little one? You fucking, if you're attached to a leash and you try and run away, you're going to get fucking yeeted backwards. Oh my God. I know it's terrible to think about, but dude, it's so fucking funny, man. It's, or better yet, which is even crueler, but when they have like the, you know, when they have the same leash as like the ones that you put on a dog, where like it has like 20 feet, but the parent, if they, you know, if you click a button on it, it'll stop the leash at any time and like stop the kid, or I mean, most likely your dog from running too far, running into the street. And that's the funniest, when the kid doesn't see it coming and they're like in a dead sprint, and then you just click the button, they go yeet, fucking. They fucking see Jesus for a second and then come back down to earth and be like, oh, fuck, I forgot my parents are abusive. I can't do that. Oh, don't put your kid on a leash. That's not good. If I see your kid on a leash, I'm going to call the authorities. I'm not going to lie. I will definitely call the authorities. I won't call them right away. I will laugh at it for like 10 minutes, but eventually I will call the authorities. So watch your step. Dude, it's so funny. I wish I had a fucking, dude, these are the moments. Oh my God, I wish I had a fucking producer, bro. Fuck, a producer, a TV or something, just so I could have him pull it up and I could just sit here and laugh at some kid on a leash for fucking 15 minutes. That would be unbelievable. What are the questions do we get? I don't even know how we move on from this. What, rank different types of cloud from best to worst on how you think they would feel like. This is a very thought-provoking question, and I actually really appreciate this one. So shout out whoever asked this question. Like, genuinely, I'm excited to answer this. So what are the three types of clouds? Aren't there three main types? I know there's like, I feel like there's like multiple types, but there's like Columbus, or no, that's not. No, Nimbus, right? Nimbus, Columbus. I feel like one of them's called Columbus, and Stratosphere. I feel like I'm just yelling science buzzwords right now. Hold on, let me find the actual names of these. So, types of clouds. One of them I know is called Nimbus. Another one's definitely something with an S. Stratus. Okay, I got the first half of the word. Stratus. Oh, there's like a lot. Holy fucking! How do you even name that many? Stratus, Cirrus, Cumulus, Cirrostratus, Ultrastratus, Cumulus, Altocumulus. How fucking, oh my God. Jesus, how do you have this much time to name this many clouds? Jesus Christ, man. God. Talk about no pussy. All right, what are the four major types of clouds? Okay, I've never heard these words in my life. These are definitely, what are three clouds? Okay. These are the three clouds that I know and that they taught me in 5th grade. So these are the ones that we're going to talk about. Cumulus, Stratus, and Cirrus. I don't remember Cirrus being one, but let's click on the web extension. Oh, that's nice. The website I just clicked on is a children's science website. So this is the peak that we're at right now. It is literally a children's science website, and the fact that I was drawn to that one says a lot about me. So Cumulus, okay, those are your classic puffy clouds. Those, I'll be honest with you, I know that it's just water vapor, but I feel like the cumulus clouds kind of feel like a pillow. Like when I think heaven, and I think frolicking among cumulus clouds. That's what I think of. When I think heaven, I think frolicking among cumulus clouds, living life. Maybe there's sun, maybe there's angels, maybe there's pretty birds. Whatever you want to imagine is up there. That's what I feel. That's how I feel, and that I feel like cumulus clouds, the ones that are up there. Stratus clouds, those are the ones that are like, oh, when it's like overcast and it's like a rainy day, maybe overcast, or if it's a steady rain. Those are the kind of clouds you see where it's more of like it's kind of covering the whole sky. Cumulus are the ones you see on more of a sunny day where they're like big blobs, and you're like, those look fluffy as fuck. I want to stick my dick in that. That'll probably feel nice. But then when you look at stratus clouds, you're like, ooh, I don't want to stick my dick in there because then Zeus's bolt is going to give my dick a little zappy zoop. And so stratus clouds, I feel like they're what I'm trying to say is that they look like they would feel like one thing, but they feel like another. Why the fuck do I not know the word for that? Who knows? Anyways, they look like they would be super fluffy, but I feel like because rain comes out of them, I feel like they're like super like not cool and like super like watery, and you might get fucking zapped by some lightning up there, and they feel a little more dangerous. I feel like it feels like you're inside of a static TV is exactly what I feel like stratus clouds feel like. And then finally, you got your cirrus clouds, which honestly, most people would look at these and be like, oh, those just look like sheets of paper. Those are the ones where you just see like little whisks in the sky. They're basically not even a cloud, but you kind of got to consider them a cloud, I guess. And those honestly, I feel like those would feel like fun, like, I don't even know, fucking, like a fun slide. Like those are like I feel like cirrus clouds are like the slides to heaven, and they're like super smooth and feel like the ass of a newborn baby. And I don't mean that in a weird way, but I mean fucking babies are soft as shit. Maybe I didn't have to say the ass, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's fucking super soft. How about let's actually just say soft, like a super soft blanket. Leave it at that, and end the podcast so that I don't say anything stupid and wrong and something that's gonna get me in trouble. So anyways, thank you for listening so much. Love you guys. Fucking subscribe, like, tell your friends, rate and review on Apple Podcasts. I'd love you if you do that. I'll give you a little kiss on the forehead if you do that. No promises though, but if I do see you in real life and I see that you left a review, I'll give you a little smooch on the forehead, possibly even make out with you in a public setting. And other than that, we're gonna end the podcast like we do end every other podcast episode with 2 claps. Actually, fuck me. One person asked me, they go, in the questions, and I wasn't going to get mad about it, they go, what's 2 claps in a Ric Flair? If you don't fucking look it up and figure it out yourself, okay, the only hint I'm going to give you is wrestling. And then if you don't know who Ric Flair is by the next episode, we're going to have some beef. Anyways, here we go. Can I get 2 claps and a Ric Flair? Woo! See you next week.